Willie D Live.
What's up, family? It's really treacherous out here in these hip-hop streets. According to reports, the FBI is lining up Lil Baby to hit him with RICO charges. Yeah. There's a journalist out in Atlanta named George Sheedy, spelled C-H-I-D-I, right? Now, this guy is the same one who predicted that YSL and Young Thug would be hit with RICO charges. According to him, the feds are all over Lil Baby and his former record label and collective 4PF, which stands for Four Pockets Full. He says that Sean Hoover, the head of Georgia Public Defender's Counsel Unit, is actively preparing for an indictment on 4PF and OMF, which stands for Only My Family. George noted that Hoover expects that they will indict high-profile rappers, including Lil Baby. Now, Lil Baby went on Lil Yachty's podcast and said that he was ending 4PF, which he started in 2018, in December of 2024, in an episode of A Safe Place podcast with Lil Yachty. Lil Baby revealed that 4PF had come to an end and he's taking care of his new label, Glass Window Entertainment. In the interview, he said he started learning that due to other people's actions, he could be held accountable. No shit, Sherlock. Yeah, man. Guilty by association. You resemble who you assemble. If you know somebody might be involved in some street activity, some illegal activity, the onus is on you to get away from that person, because the feds and the police, even the killers, are not going to consider that you were ignorant to the fact that this person was involved in this or that, or did this or that to somebody, or owed somebody this or that. They are coming for you. If you're in the dope house and the dope house get kicked in, you're going to jail too. They're going to put you on the floor. And however much work is in that house, they're going to divide it up, and you're going to have your percentage that you're going to get charged for. If you're sitting in the car and the killers come, the killers are not going to say, hey man, scoot over right quick so I can kill your partner. No, they're going to kill you and your partner. At the very least, they're going to try. So you really have to watch who you keep company with. Remember when we were little, our parents used to say, you got to pick your friends carefully. We always considered that to be like something that was just, that involved like mischievous actions, right? We never really thought that it could get this deep, where just sitting in a car with a friend could get you killed, where just riding in a car with a friend could get you a criminal record. We never even really thought about it like that. We just thought about the weak stuff, getting into fights, perhaps getting into trouble at school or whatever, maybe something misdemeanor, right? But not something as serious as getting your head knocked off. Seems like to me Lil Baby was trying to be proactive about distancing himself from these guys that were involved in his collective, but he may have been a little bit too late in being proactive, because they are pointing the finger at him like the Jackson 5. And they want the big guy. The feds want the big guy. They're trying to pin murders on Lil Baby. They're saying that, these guys have been going in and out of court talking about putting tickets on people, meaning that they put a bounty on somebody's head. So, and they're naming Baby like they named Lil Durk, right? family, it's hard for me to really just fathom. It's hard for me to fathom some of this stuff because we're talking about guys who got something going. We're talking about guys who they made it. They got out the ghetto. They got out the hood. They're living the life that 99.9% of people will never live, right? 99.9% of people can only imagine to live the life that they have, to be able to go places that they can go and afford the type of lifestyle that they have. And a lot of these guys are squandering these blessings. Look at how many successful rappers make it out the hood. They got everything. And they go right back to the hood and start throwing up the flags, claiming gang. That is the most backwards thing in the world to me. When I first started hearing these rappers claiming gang, on gang, that's on gang. Like gang? Man, F a gang. The gang don't love you. The streets don't love you. The gang is going to extort you. Make it out of the hood and become a millionaire and try to go back to the streets with their gang stuff. They are going to try to extort you. And some of them will try to set you up and take you out. Every day these guys have to hear your name, whether they're hearing it from a family member, a friend, or even their girlfriend. They got to hear your music in their house, in the car, driving down the street, sitting on the porch, people riding by, banging that music. And they know you personally, and they're still in the hood. And they turn on the TV, you at the Grammys. Man, that's a big divide. That could foster resentment. Yeah. So you got to be really careful. I'm not saying cut the homies off. I'm not just saying you got to cut your homies off, your homies off, because some of your homies, they're going to be loyal all the way to the end. But some of the other ones aren't. And the trip part about it is you won't know which one it is until it happens. Yeah, it could happen. Claiming gang after you make it, after you become successful, joining a gang, your brain should be examined. Yeah, man, that's right, I said it. Your brain should be examined. You already got a million ways to die. Why add to it? Why, you know what? I got heart attack, accidents, disease. It's all kind of ways for me to die. What else can I think of? What else can I do? Let me join a gang. And I know some of you saying, well, his problem, my problem. No. Your partner problems become your problems. The gang problems become your problems. Whatever that gang member is into, and you're hanging around him, and he's throwing up the sign and claiming your record label. He got a piece on with your record label on it. Guess what? When he get jammed up, them folks gonna look at you. They're gonna want to talk. They're gonna want to have some conversations. And guess what? Even if you're not doing anything, you're not involved in anything criminal, guess what'll happen? To save his own skin, that sucker will make up something on you. Don't say I didn't warn you. No more talk.